Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be going through another version of copy pasta over on BugForge. This is another broken access control vulnerability lab. A little bit different than some of the other ones we've seen, but I'll explain once we get in where it's going wrong, why the vulnerability occurs, and how it could be mitigated. So let's jump in and we'll take a look at this. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've already gotten two accounts set up. Purple is my tester 1 and blue is my tester 2. And if I come over here to my Kaido, so for purple, you can see user tester 1 has an ID of 5 and tester 2 has an ID of 6. Okay, so come back over here to Firefox and we can go through and do all the normal stuff with the copy pasta labs. We can create a test snippet. Hello console log. Hello. Create the snippet. We can view all the public snippets. We can search. We can filter by language. The interesting thing and where the vulnerability occurs in this lab is in the account settings. So we have the ability to add a bio, and we have the ability to change our password. So I'm going to change my password to password1 and update. So now if I come over and look and find that request, let's see, put API password. So if you look, in addition to the new password being sent in the body of the put request, we're also sending this user ID value here in the body of the put request as well. And remember, I showed you in the JWT that ID value is already declared here. So it should be just looking at the JWT to determine what user or what user ID the password change applies to. This extra parameter here is not necessary. It shouldn't be there. And if we send this to replay, I'll resend that password updated successfully. Now, if I change this to the user ID of my tester2 account and send, I don't get an error. I don't get any kind of permission denied or anything like that. I get password updated successfully. So now if I come back over to Firefox, I'm going to log out of here. And I'm going to log back in tester2 with that new password that I just set, password1, and this should log us in, and it does. So here we get the flag. You could do this with any other user. You can look at this public snippets to get user ID values. You could reset the admin password. So in a real application, this vulnerability would be a critical severity finding, because you've now essentially got account takeover of any account for which you can find the user ID value. And since those are passed in multiple points, multiple places in the application, as well as just being integer values, it could be very, very bad. It could be a very bad day for somebody on the blue side if you were able to find this on a legitimate application. So that was this one. Little bit different than some of the other broken access control labs that we've seen on BugForge, but again, I think this was a good example of testing every functionality in the application, looking at what the request is doing, look at how it's formed, and just identifying those things that either don't belong or just look a little bit out of place, and poking at them to identify the vulnerability and exploit the application, get the flag. If this was a bug bounty or a penetration test, I feel pretty confident that this would rate as a critical severity bug. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.